Welcome to the Lidocaine Drip.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jess, and we'll be your host for today.
And always...
We're not really organized on this podcast.
Not organized at all.
But we're going to have fun along the way.
You know, we're here to talk about what you may be thinking throughout the day and don't say, or what you do say and get in trouble for saying. That's usually what I do.
In all seriousness, we made this podcast to combat mental health issues in veterinary medicine.
Mental health in general.
And we're here to inject humor into the darkness of our lives.
Very dark, very, very dark lives.
So let's get down to it.
Let's get down to it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Lidocaine Drip.
Welcome back to America's Got Talent.
I don't know if we're quite on that level.
No, I just thought it'd be funny. It's coming back this summer, so.
Yeah. Well, we're doing another episode where we have a guest because we did that Instagram poll and you guys said you wanted to see more guests on the show. So we have my friend Rachel on the show with us today. Do you want to say hi, Rachel?
Hey. Hello.
And yeah, Rachel's joining us from San Diego. So over Skype.
Sunny San Diego.
Sunny San Diego. And yeah, I think we kind of decided for today's episode, do you want to say it, Kevin? What we're going to talk about?
Well, we're going to have a combination of topics because we sort of couldn't agree on one. We both had differing opinions, but Jess wanted to talk about fear of missing out to go with the followers that said that they wanted to have us talk about that, but I think we should talk about euthanasia because we're in a pretty perky mood and it's a pretty gloomy subject, so I figured that'd be a good route to go.
Yeah, it was a pretty close Instagram poll, though. I don't know. Rachel, did you participate in the poll?
I did not.
Oh.
I wasn't on the Instagram today.
The Instagram, yeah. That's okay.
We forgive you.
It's only been up a couple hours, so it's no big deal.
And all the other bitches that didn't vote.
People did. Okay, well, as always, let's just start off our episode with a little mental health check-in. What, were you going to say something, Kevin?
No, I just have a funny mental health check-in that's not my mental health check-in, but it's somebody else's.
Just go for it.
So, well, I'll talk about me first. So, I'm doing pretty good today. Like, the past 2 days at school's been, I don't know, like when you're busy all day at school and like the day goes by quick, it's great. But then you have days where, like the past 2 or 3 days, we've had like minimal appointments and not a lot of transfers on my group and so like the day's been like very slow and nothing to do, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do with my day. And then at like 2 or 3 p.m. You get given a case or something that ends up being like a full workup, and it goes to like 6 o'clock, and you're like, what the hell? Like, I've been doing nothing all day, and I've like been twiddling my thumbs, and now at the end of the day we're gonna do like abdominal ultrasound and radiographs and FNAs of all the lymph nodes, and we're gonna do full blood work, and we're gonna send out for this test and that test, and I'm like, oh my god, like just whatever.
That's why you always take the early patient.
No, but they're like things that are just added at like 2 p.m. It's not like it was scheduled.
Yeah, but if you take the early patient, then
there was no patients for the day. That was the thing, and I got it. It's very I learned a lot, and it was really interesting. But it's just like the slow days suck because all day you're doing nothing, and then at the end it's just like all crammed into like a few hours, and so then it's just go.
And even when you're bored from doing nothing, like you have no inertia, so then when you have to do work, it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
For me, at least.
Right, Rachel, right now he's 16-day Kevin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What does that mean, 16-day Kevin?
That's how many days you have left.
Oh yeah, I am definitely on like the struggle bus.
Yeah, you're 16-day Kevin. Tomorrow you'll be 15-day Kevin.
My bus has been like on like 3 tires, and like 2 of them are almost flat at this point, and I'm just like roll, rolling along. Like my group, I think must hate me. Is I'm just like I'm out of here. Peace. Like, but I've taken a new case every day. It's just like otherwise I'm like I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm not like being social unless I know you. I'm like I don't have the energy to even give to new people. Like I've made enough friends here. I'm done.
Yeah.
My last rotation in vet school was wildlife, which was like my favorite rotation. And then, but I was 14-day Rachel, 14 through 0, and I could not do a thing. I was the worst, most useless rotation mate. Luckily, like the new 4th years were all like energetic and stuff, and I was just like walking around contributing nothing. I couldn't.
That's fair. It's okay. TBF, right? TBF.
Yeah. I know the pain, the struggle.
Well, how are you doing, Rachel?
Oh, well, sorry.
No. Hold on. You can't answer because Kevin's not done yet.
No, so this is what I saw this article, and so the world's oldest woman, she's 128.
Oh, I read that.
Jess, are you listening? Says she's been miserable every day of her life, and her long life is a punishment from God. And I read this, and I was like, she's having a bad mental health day. It's like Istanbulova. She said that she's about to turn 129.
Jeez.
Yeah, according to the Russian government and her passport, which shows her birth date is June 1st, 1889. But yeah, she basically said, they asked her how she lived so long, and she said, it was God's will. I did nothing to make it happen, and it's been a punishment every day.
Oh my God.
And I was like, clearly. Like, usually old people at that age are like, I don't know.
Maybe she's just ready.
I read that, and I think she's like still like boiling water over a wood stove and stuff like that.
Well, I would be miserable too.
Like nobody's taking care of her in a nice home or anything.
Oh, well,
sad.
She said, I have not had a single happy day in my life. I have always worked hard digging in the garden. I am tired. Long life is not at all God's gift for me, but a punishment.
Oh my God.
Want to see her photo?
That's so sad.
She has a patch over her eye.
She makes me feel like a
lazy piece of shit, because that's how I feel.
15-day Rachel, like you think she had it bad. Like, look at
this
lady.
But were you here when
yeah, I think 14-day down to 0 Rachel for my rotating internship was 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, that was
my God.
You and Sandy too. It was like just let him go. There's no hope. Yeah.
So now, how are you?
Yeah, on that note.
Well, I mean, as you know, I'm unemployed in San Diego, so things cannot be that bad.
Well, what happened there? Can you just give a brief synopsis for people?
Well, I got fired from my specialty internship.
But unjustly.
Unclear reasons, never really. I think it was personal. I don't know. But it's been the best thing that ever happened to me because I got all this time off and I wasn't learning anything anyways. So.
Holla.
And then 2 people quit after me because of the way how inappropriate my firing was. So I feel a little bit better about it.
Justified.
Justified.
There is some like low-lying anxiety because I'm about to move back to do my residency, and I just want to like go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Like,
you're ready.
Don't really have many friends here. I'm just ready to start my new life.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't know what happened on our X-Files episode that we had, but I never remember you saying that you were coming back to the state we were in. Like, what the hell? Like, now we're gonna have a new person here. When a new person comes back, well, not new, but a returning person.
Friendly face.
Yeah, a friendly face.
Yeah, she's coming
I'm
back.
excited.
June 20th.
Oh, so soon.
Yeah. Less than a month.
I'm excited. Well, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't think you actually answered how you're doing.
Oh, I'm like overall good. There's this like anxiety and restlessness because I'm about to do a major change. So I can't, it's like, I'm just anxious, I guess. But overall, fine.
Okay. I think that I always have like this undercurrent of anxiety. So I get you. Even when things are good, you're like, if I step on this crack on the sidewalk, is that going to like fuck everything up?
The butterfly effect.
Yeah.
And now it's just really amped up because I'm like, I'm ready to get on with the next chapter of my life.
Yeah. I understand that. I mean, you're excited. You worked hard to get to where you're going to be, and I think you deserve it. So it's good.
And how about you?
Me, I'm actually doing really great. I am off clinics right now, which for a resident means a couple different things. So, we're required to do, at least for surgery, we're required to do a couple other what they call out rotations in different like areas of veterinary medicine. So right now I'm doing an anatomic path rotation or anatomic pathology rotation. So I spend my days mostly like either looking into a microscope at histopathology or biopsy results, or on the necropsy floor, basically cutting up cadavers. I guess they're not really cadavers because they're not preserved. It's like, it's the dead animals that they send for, like, for instance, we had a cow that was, okay, why did this cow die, basically? And it's kind of like you're playing detective, and you're, it's not an autopsy. Autopsies are different for people who are used to hearing that. It's actually, an autopsy implies that you're doing it on yourself. So everything should actually be a necropsy. But most people are familiar with autopsy because that's what all of the medical dramas on TV and stuff use. But same thing. Just that's basically how I spend my days. So yeah, it's a good break. I have less responsibility this week. Not to say that I have less work to do, because I still have a ton of work to do, but it's nice because it's a reminder that there's other areas of veterinary medicine, and I get to sleep, my favorite thing. And I don't have to worry about being called because I don't have any patients. That's my favorite.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm doing.
I've done pathology, but go on, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing really good, and I've had a margarita or two tonight, so I'm feeling great because we know how.
Sound happy.
Yeah, it's because I had some tequila. That's like the best. You know.
Yeah.
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 I know.
Yeah. Never made a good decision after tequila, but anyways.
Or made all the right ones.
Perhaps.
Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Isn't that a song?
Oh. I think it's probably a song. You said you wanted to sing tonight.
I think it's his or her or his, because like tequila can make my clothes fall off too. Like,
it's true. Rachel?
I just meant like staying up too late and stuff like that.
How responsible of you.
Okay, so 3 new light facts coming your way. Who wants to go first?
Oh, God.
Should we Rochambeau?
Yeah.
What's that?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, I thought that meant she goes first.
I can go first. I don't mind.
Okay, you can go first, Rachel.
Okay. The world's largest frog, called the Goliath frog, can weigh up to 7 pounds.
That's a big frog.
Yeah.
7 pounds.
Yeah. That's bigger than dogs.
Well, not most dogs, but yeah, some dogs.
And I have another one that people probably know, but I'll just say it anyways. So the first pregnancy tests were done by injecting different types of frogs with women's urine, and if that caused the frogs to lay eggs, it meant the woman was pregnant.
What?
Wait, what?
How long would that take? Like, you had to wait like 3 months?
Oh no, because they'll lay the eggs in like a day.
Oh. Nervous 24 hours.
Jess, did you not pay attention to my frog reproduction talk?
I was too busy, like that graphic you had of all the different positions of frogs reproducing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just takes like a day or two to get them to lay.
Okay. Interesting.
Wow.
I did not know that.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah, who knew frogs were so handy?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Gotta get me one of those.
The same species.
Pregnancy test.
A frog.
The same species that they were using, Xenopus, the African clod frog, they also have the largest eggs of any, well, I don't know of any, but of most mammals. So they're the best to study like cellular reproduction and whatnot. Because you can like just with a regular microscope see the egg cleave the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, I'll go next.
I don't really know what my light effect was going to be. I think I forgot.
That's why I'm going next, so
okay.
Then you can have some time. Okay, so I think all three of us drink coffee, correct?
Not
correct.
Today, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know.
Coffee is a very popular drink. I think we all use it as like a caffeine dependency trick or, for stimulant. So did you know it says legend has it that a 9th century Ethiopian goat herder discovered coffee by accident when he noticed how crazy the beans were making his goats. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And, we talk a lot in veterinary medicine about like lethal doses of drugs and like the LD50 or whatever, the dose where 50% of the subjects will die, I think is what the LD50 is. That's probably completely wrong. I don't remember. Can you guys correct me?
Well, I was reading my light effect.
The LD50
yeah.
is where 50% is the dose where 50% will die.
Yes, I think so. The lethal dose.
I think that's it.
That is correct.
Okay. So the lethal dose of caffeine is roughly 100 cups of coffee.
Oh,
wow.
So I guess that's good because I rarely get that many cups in a day.
I get pretty close, but you know what? I think 100's just a little bit over my daily consumption, so I should be fine.
I have to just say really quick, I said with a lot of certainty that I knew what LD50 meant, but I'm only like 98% sure. So
I'm about 96%
sure. I might be wrong.
Okay.
That's a lot of coffee, though.
So one of the other things, this is the last thing I'll say kind of about coffee, but you know how there's like different roasts? So there's like the lighter roast or the dark roast or whatever, medium. So there's more caffeine in the lighter roasts of coffee. So if you want more caffeine, go for a light or medium roast. But if you don't care as much about the caffeine content and you're drinking it purely for taste, which I guess people do.
I drink a lot of things for taste.
Go for more of a dark roast with your coffee if you're just drinking it more for pleasure. But if you're drinking it more for the caffeine content, drink more of a lighter roast because the caffeine doesn't get burned off or destroyed as much. So
I actually knew that. Someone I know that worked at Starbucks told me that maybe a few years ago, and I always would get the darker roast because I thought the darker roast would have more caffeine as it was stronger. Like the taste was stronger, but it was the complete opposite. So I started going with like the blonde.
Ooh. Sorry.
I did not know that.
I have one more because this is actually interesting. The first webcam was invented at the University of Cambridge to let people know if the coffee pot was full or not.
That's pretty good.
What?
Yeah, it's very important.
First world problems, big time.
Yeah, so there you go.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like.
Very, very nice.
Oh, hi, Rachel. Do you have an accent that you can talk in?
No.
Oh, that's not fun.
I'm sorry.
I can't even try right now.
I used to do a Southern accent. However, I no longer feel comfortable doing that because now I know people with Southern accents, and seems a little insulting.
Well, if you listen to last week's episode, we have Tanner on, and she's from Louisiana, so she's from the South, and she has an accent, and she's like embarrassed by it. She doesn't like to listen. She's like, I'm not going to listen to our episode because I don't like the way I talk, and I get it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to do that accent if you don't want to.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
All right, Kevin.
All right.
Hit us with another light of fact.
So, I was debating whether I could do it in my accent or not. I could try.
I think you should try.
So did you know? I can't do it. Did you know that there's an elephant that some researchers were following, and I believe it was in India, and they captured this elephant in what appeared to be the elephant blowing a cloud of smoke out of its mouth. Did you ever hear about that story before I go on?
No.
So the video was captured by Vinay Kumar of at WCS India, and then he and some colleagues were visiting camera traps that had been set up to study tigers and their prey in Nagarhole National Park when they stumbled upon this elephant. So the researcher says, I believe the elephant may have been trying to ingest wood charcoal. She appeared to be picking up pieces from the forest floor, blowing away the ash that came along with it and consuming the rest. So basically, they said that charcoal has toxin-binding properties that may provide medicinal value. It can also serve as a laxative, thereby doubling its utility for animals that consume it after forest fires, lightning strikes, or controlled burns. So they think that the elephant was either using it for a medicinal value or they were trying to get like some type of high actually from the smoke. And there's a video that goes along with it. And I'm going to show Jess. And of course, I showed her after he blew out the smoke. So hopefully he does it again.
Well, I think they're on a loop, right?
Well, hopefully. Here we go. See, he's putting it in its mouth. Or she's putting it in her mouth. And then, isn't that weird?
Is that just dust?
No, it's like the remnants after it picks up these burning coals.
It's interesting.
So who knows? They're trying to say like maybe animals that have a more sophisticated mind, such as an elephant, like actually try to get like high or something off of smoke. Have you ever seen an elephant do that, or any animal? Why would it be putting smoke in its mouth?
I don't know.
I mean, besides humans, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that's my fact.
I think that's cool.
Good one.
Nature. Everything has a blueprint.
Everything has a reason.
Yeah. Hey, Rachel.
Well, yeah.
Do you watch Westworld?
I watched the first season and I started the second season, but I felt like I need to rewatch the first season first because I was lost.
Yeah, I got confused too.
Yeah.
I watch it and I'm not confused.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a interesting show. I don't know why I asked you that. I just felt like I needed to. And it had no link to what we were talking about.
Cool.
I think I cut you off when I asked you that question. What were you gonna say? Okay. All right. Well, should we dive into? We'll start with FOMO for a little bit. Yeah. No?
Yeah.
So FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out, for people who don't know, maybe like our moms. I don't know. They might not know what FOMO is. But I think it's like something that we all, well, maybe, I guess I can't, I hate making like generalized statements, but I think it's something that we all kind of struggle with at times.
I struggle with a lot of things, so yeah, I throw that into the bucket, why don't you?
Yeah, I struggle with that.
Yeah. I think it's hard sometimes when you're just like emotionally and physically exhausted, but people are like, hey, we're going to go out for dinner and drinks and all of these people are going to be there. And you're like, I really want to go, but I can't, like, I physically, like, I can't get up off the couch. And you're just kind of worried that everybody's going to have fun without you and kind of forget about you. That's what I think.
Yep.
I just think they're going to talk shit about me.
Oh.
It's not that I'm, like, on their minds. It's not all about me. I know that.
Yeah.
No, I don't really, but I do.
Can you elaborate a little more on that? Like, what? That's all you think? That's the only reason you have fear of missing out?
No. I just was trying to be funny.
No, it was funny, but like, keep going.
Well, a little bit. Like, when you're not around, people can be like, you know, they can talk about you more,
or how much they miss you,
or that.
No.
I feel like my FOMO is more when like I can't join in. I don't think if I'm tired, the FOMO has never been strong. I mean, if it's strong enough, I will go, you know?
Yeah.
Or I just don't care, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not saying, like, if it's a choice between going out or bed,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bed wins every time. Right?
No,
like, if you're
never.
that tired.
Nope.
Yep.
I'll rally together and I'll pull myself hands and knees to the bar if everyone's there, and I'll go out.
Yeah.
You must have really strong
No,
FOMO.
I've tried. I think the past 6 months I've actually even been better about it, but I think as I get older, and now that I'm 30, I have to grow up a little bit more and realize I have to do what I want to do. But I'll always, like, I'll text my mom and I'll be like, Mom, like, this, I literally text my mom and I'll be like, I need a confirmation. I'll be like, everyone's going out to the bar and blah, 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 or going out to dinner. Like, but I'm so tired and exhausted. Like, what do I do? And there'll be times that she'll be like, just go. And I'll be like, that's not the answer I wanted. And then other times she'll be like, just stay in, do what you want. But I have such a problem. Like, I feel like if I don't go, I'm going to miss on some huge event.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can remember specific events that I did not go to because I was tired and still regret to this day.
Me too.
Yeah. Only because, like, all the stories people talk and sounds like it was a lot of fun. I wasn't there.
We had this thing on the island and it was called Sandblast, and every semester they do it. So I went to like every one, but you have so many drinks and you're so exhausted by the end, like 5 p.m. that it like ruins the whole rest of the night. And then the next day, and this one time I didn't go, my friend Tori, she entered, like, they have like a hot body contest for the men and women, and she won the whole contest with like 20 contestants, like island girls, like all girls from the medical school, the veterinary school. And I was like, are you kidding me? The one time I didn't go, she like got up there and won, and like I missed the whole thing. And to this day, I'm so like, I'm not over it.
What? Oh, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the thing that sucks about like being a vet or vet student, the hours, like, when you have to work and everyone else is doing something, that is the worst.
Yeah. Or you like not just like being at work, but you like have to like actually do work like at your house, like study or, you know, type a paper or something like that. And you're just like, I would rather so rather be doing anything but what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's hard. It's difficult. I don't know. I think that, I don't know.
9 to 5 jobs have their benefits, but it's also really boring having the same schedule all the time.
True.
And you could have the opposite problem where people that just always are so mature about like their sleep schedule and school and things like that they make sure they get 8 hours of sleep or 10 hours of sleep, and they have such a set schedule that they never live their lives and do anything, and they're just day in day out, like go to school, study, eat dinner, go to sleep, and never break that routine. And I think that's bad too, if like you can never think, oh, maybe I am missing out and like I should go out and have a memory with friends. It's like I'd rather totally be on the spectrum of fear of missing out than like a homebody that like never does anything.
Okay, homebodies aren't all bad though, you know.
Yeah, well, TBF, Kevin. I think that there's benefits to staying in sometimes too. Again, it goes back to introverts, extroverts, or introverted extroverts. What was that?
Oh, that's my debarked poodle.
Aw, Poppy?
Yeah.
Kind of sounded like a child.
Guarding the house from the neighbor dogs.
Oh, good for her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I go through start changing topic off my dog. I'll go through periods of like being a complete homebody, and then I'll feel like I have to go out every night, and then I'll like not leave my house for a month.
Yeah.
Excuse me, did you say a month?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean don't leave?
Oh, no. Like, don't.
He was really worried about you. Like, you should have seen his face. He was very concerned.
Just like don't go out or be social, I meant.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm not.
It kind of comes in waves where you're like, I'm feeling like being social, like, let's do it. And it usually, for me at least, it usually happens when everybody else is like, oh no, I can't do anything. I can't go out. I've got these plans, or I have to do this, or I'm out of town. And so then it's just like, great, it's just me. I guess I'm going to hang out with myself again. And I'll like go out by myself.
Yeah, I have like also FOMO, not from like my friends doing things, but just people in general. So like during these periods of being a homebody, sometimes I'll be out grocery shopping or something and see people going out, and I'm like, oh, am I missing out on life?
Yes.
Well, I think that it kind of goes back to what makes you happy.
Yeah.
I guess I have an other side of me though, where sometimes I'll get in periods where I make so many plans, or even making like phone calls or Skype dates that I have to do, that I'll like go on a streak then of just like that whole week I'll just like cancel everything every day as I get so overwhelmed. You know, so to be, oh, you want to go to get dinner at this place, and I'll be like, yeah, and then like I have the rotation happens during the day, and the night comes and I'm like, no, and then I'm like, tomorrow I have plans too, and then tomorrow I cancel those plans, and it's just like a whole week where I just, I guess I turn into a homebody too, and I just get overwhelmed, so I just cancel everyththing. Because I just can't handle like the plans that I made the whole week.
You have like reverse FOMO.
I have it with the podcast. I'll be like, yeah. And then each day I'll be like, no, I don't think I can. No, I don't think I can. We did it every day this week until today, basically. And I was like, yeah, come on over. But every other day I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
So.
Rachel, do you think that you're going to have FOMO, or do you think you have more FOMO now that you're unemployed, or like compared to when you did have a job, or not at all?
Well, I'm in an odd, my situation, I just don't know very many people here.
Okay.
So I just don't have very many friends. So it's been fun being unemployed because I can do any like little hobby or activity I want. But my social life is completely non-existent, so I have FOMO from every person I see walking with more than one friend at a time. Anybody living their life, I have FOMO because I'm just like in this limbo where I can do anything I want, but have a social life.
That's sad.
It's fine. I'm an introvert. I'm an extroverted introvert, I think. You know, I need my alone time, but I do like socializing.
Did you know that's my saying? Did you listen to the episode where I said that, or did you just say that yourself?
I just said that myself because it's true.
Well, that's what I am.
You're not the only person who can be that.
No, but I thought I was so creative for thinking, like, I combine. There's no such thing as an extroverted introvert. Like, is that a term?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I thought I made it up.
I'm like, I'll go through periods where I really like being social, or this job that I got fired from drove me insane because there was like 3 people at the workplace, and it just was not enough socialization for me.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I won't leave the house at all for like 2 days because I just don't want to, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did this past weekend, except for I forgot that I told a patient to come in on a Sunday morning so I could check something on him and make sure he was doing okay. And I got up early because the dogs, I can't sleep in, so they always wake me up at either 5:45 or 6 o'clock, so I have to let everybody out. I still have 5 dogs at my house, by the way.
Oh, whatever.
So I let everybody out, and I'm like, all right, you guys, I'm not feeding you right now. It's too damn early. I'm going back to bed. You're going to have to wait. So they go out and pee and relieve themselves, and then everybody goes back where they're supposed to. So basically that just means Wilson goes back in his crate, and then I go back to bed. So that's what I did Sunday morning, and the student who was on the case with me called me at I think it was maybe 8:40 or something like that, and was like, hey, I sorry to call you, sorry to wake you, or no, she, I don't think she knew. I think she was just waiting for me to show up, and then was like, I didn't at 8:30 when I told her I would, and then so she called me, and was all concerned, and basically I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot, I'll be there in 20 minutes, just give me a second, I gotta put some clothes on, and then get out the door, and I'll be there. But I don't even remember what I was talking about. That's gone. Yeah.
Oh, about not leaving the house for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you, Rachel. But yeah, other than that, I really didn't leave the house all weekend. It was glorious. I did stuff around the house. I cleaned the house because it was so filthy with all the dogs. I cleaned it for it took 3 hours to clean everything in my house and actually make it back to a presentable. And then I mowed the lawn. I did not get junk punched this time by the lawnmower. And just did things around the house and basically got my life in order and felt better about everything. But I didn't really leave the house. Actually, I guess that's not true. Well, after I had to leave the house Sunday, then I went to it was Walmart, and I bought some plants, and then I potted them out back and made my patio out back a little bit more inviting, and it was just a really good weekend. I worked on my home. So
I went actually on a camping trip last weekend.
Ooh.
for Joanna, my roommate's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Joanna.
She's not here.
Well,
there were
could listen.
15 to 20 people, and that was a socializing from going to almost nothing to
all
3
strangers.
People, yeah. So
no thanks.
They were all they were all very nice, and I did my best. But at 9 p.m. on Saturday, they're all kind of we went climbing during the day, and then had dinner, and they were getting ready to birthday party. And it was 9 p.m. and I was like, I'm gonna go into my tent and read my book.
What book? What book are you reading?
Geek Love.
Geek Love. Sorry, we're just pouring a little bit more wine for Jess.
Okay.
1 second. Okay, that...
It's about a family of carnival freaks that were...
Right up my alley.
Bred on purpose by their parents by having the mom do a lot of drugs and ingesting toxic substances.
Hold on. Did you say bred on purpose?
Yeah.
What do you mean they bred...
So the parents were in charge of this carnival, and they wanted to like make their freak or improve their freak show. So the mom did a bunch of drugs and ingested
oh my God,
tetragenics or whatever, teratogenics, to have freak babies.
Is this a real life story?
No.
Oh, what's the name of the book? Because I actually might want to read it now.
Geek Love.
Okay.
It's really good. I'm almost done.
Maybe you can send it to him in the mail.
Well, she can bring it.
I got it. I got it from the library.
So you could send it to him in the mail.
Got it from yeah, it's like you're not going to be going back to that library.
Extend your due date. JK.
Yeah. Catherine Dunn, Geek Love. But anyways, I had a bit of FOMO because I was like, oh, they're all going to be like partying and whatnot. But I was just too tired and worn out from small talk. And so I was just like, it's fine.
Well,
that's my story.
Other than that, you had a good time camping though?
Yeah, I hadn't been camping in a long time. It was really nice. And I mean, the people were nice. I enjoyed that, but it was like nonstop with other people is a bit much for me.
Yeah. You know what? So kind of speaking of FOMO, I think one of the things that gives me a lot of FOMO, and it's like completely unjustified and like not logical at all, but I think in the day and age of like social media with Instagram and everything, you see these people, and I think we've already touched on the fact that people on social media present the best aspects of their life, and everything's staged and nothing's like actually that perfect, and you know, I recognize that, but at the same time, I still see all these people, like whatever they're called, influencers, social media influencers.
We're social media influencers now.
But, you know, I see them and I follow them and I admire them. And I'm just like, man, they really seem to have their shit together. And they have, you know, these beautiful houses and they are going on these wonderful trips and, you know, like have all these things that I, you know, eventually would like to have as part of my life, but I just think it's unjustified that I have FOMO about that because I don't know them. I know that it's not a perfect.
Well, you think you know them based on their profile.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like I guess I have FOMO for like looking at those things and being like, oh man, they have that, I want that, and just being like, I'm not at the same. I guess I always think of like life as like levels, like, oh, I'm leveling up because
this isn't a Nintendo 64 game.
But just go with this for a second and just being like, you know, I look at people I went to high school with or, you know, whatever, and they're like married and they have kids and I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm still basically in school, like becoming a surgeon, and I have like none of the above, and you know, I don't even own a home, and you know, I've got all this student loan debt and all of it, blah, 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 whatever. It goes on and on. But I just don't feel like I'm at that level. You know?
I mean, yeah, I for sure have, like, more, like, existential FOMO from the social media, but more with people I went to high school with or something that we used to be at the same level.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, people I don't know, it's more like whatever, but then people I know, and I do know that everyone puts their best appearances on social media, but it's still like people are going on trips. Yeah, they're getting married, they have children, they're buying houses, and it's like, I went on another hike. Look at my dog in a backpack. You know? Like, oh, I saw a lizard.
Yay!
I have a lot of that, just like FOMO of my life.
Yeah.
I have the same thing because my whole life growing up, a lot of my friends were older, like 4 to 5 years older, as I was really close, and still I'm with my cousins, and so I would hang out with them and their friends, and I just seemed to always get along with people a few years older than me. But then when I was in undergrad, and my friends that were older than me, they were already graduated, started like buying houses, and then years go on and then they're like getting married, and then now my cousins are having kids, so they have like their career, they have their house, they have their spouse, and now they're having kids. And I used to have this mindset like, oh my God, like I'm so far behind, like it was a race. But now I'm like, yeah, but if you think about it, once you get the big things off the checklist, like, oh, I got a house, I got a spouse, I have a kid, I got the car I wanted, and I got married. It's like, if you get all that done in like 5 to 10 years, then you have the rest of your life, and it's like, what do you really have to like look forward to that's such a big monumental thing? So it's like we're doing things in a slower fashion, and it's taking us forever to get the career we want, but then we still have those other things to look forward to after, so it like spaces it out a little bit more. Whereas everyone else is going to be like 45 and like, oh, what if I have nothing to do, I'm so bored, because I like, all the things you look forward to, or a good amount of the things that you look forward to growing up, is like getting married and getting a house and having babies and blah blah blah. That's what girls, I think, look forward to. I don't know, but
not everyone.
But a good majority of people in society makes you think you should have that. So I think we're actually almost in a better situation.
I wish I had that positive of an outlook, but I feel like as time goes by, it's just like less likely that I'll ever achieve those.
Yeah, well, now that I'm 30, I'm like, yeah, fuck, like what the hell am I doing with my life? But
yeah, I'm older than you, so I'm just like, well, it's over. I have my job, but otherwise it's over.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of depressing. I mean, I should think more like you, which is a good point. Although I just at this point I'm like, well, it's never gonna happen.
But I think the point is, and what we're trying to say in our different ways, is that there is no timeline. Like, the timeline is set by you and like what's right for your life. And we're all trying to achieve things. And like, Rachel, this is your second career, right? Veterinary medicine is your second career. And, we're all trying to do things in our own way on the best, in the best way that we can. And everybody has their own timeline. So I think going by a societal timeline that is, made for you is incorrect, because it's not one size fits all.
I know, but still, yeah. I don't feel like I'm choosing. I mean, I guess by deciding to do a second career that's very like demanding time-wise and not having a choice where you live and all that for several years, who knows, even if I'd stayed with my first career, I feel like I'd probably be in the same spot.
Yeah. And there's no way to know.
Yeah. But not necessarily because I want to be, just because,
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's hard. So do you choose, like, you guys are going into a residency, and it's like, I know students that are in relationships, and it's, you have the spouse that maybe even another vet student, they have to decide, oh, do I want to travel to where they're going to do their residency for 3 years and keep our relationship alive? Or do I go and start my career as a vet because I'm not, doing a residency, and do I go where I want to go, and we'll try to do long distance? And a lot of times, it's not going to work out because a residency is so demanding, and, being a vet is so demanding. So both people are going to have little time to, communicate, let alone see each other. So it comes down to, do you live for yourself, or do you compromise and sacrifice things that you want to do with your life to get other things that you want? But then if say you got a relationship, or you got married or had kids and then didn't go on to pursue the career you wanted, 15 years down the line, then are you going to be like
filled with regret?
Yeah. So is it a lose-lose, or like is there a win-win?
But I think that's the thing, is like, who's setting the rules and saying what winning or losing is?
Yourself. But
exactly,
it's none of us talking right now we're saying it and giving advice, but none of us are taking our own advice necessarily. As we're all just said, we compare ourselves to everyone else. We all feel like we're lacking and behind in life than everyone else. So
I mean, listen, I'm not basing this on societal standards. I'm just basing this on like objective analysis, that having an awful credit score,
oh my god,
and like having no home, no relationship, no nothing is not ideal. Like, I have the career, but that's it.
But you could be in a relationship and the person be cheating on you, or you'd be married and 10 years later get a divorce. So
well, I'm not saying being in a bad relationship or being like and about to get a foreclosed home is better. But so I'm not saying it's the worst of the worst.
Well, Rachel, you'll always have me.
I will.
I think it's gonna be me and you. Like I planned this like big beach vacation.
I don't know. I thought you were gonna say you planned your funerals, and I was like, that's weird.
No, I planned this big beach vacation, and it's like all these couples, and all of these couples. There's like at least four different couples, and I'm like, oh yeah, you guys can come too. And then I was like, and then it'll just be me and Rachel.
That's kind of what the weekend was like. Most people were couples, and I was like, well, it's me and my poodle in a single tent. Yeah.
But do you regret going?
Oh, no.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
I actually handled, I think, the being like one of the only single people pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what? Switching gears a little bit, you know what, like, always makes me uncomfortable? Is when you're with a bunch of couples and you're like a single person and then they all start like they kind of like unintentionally gang up on you and they're like, so why are you single? Like, are you dating anyone? Are you seeing anyone? Like, been on any dates recently? And you're just like, please just leave me alone. Like, this is not your life mission to fix this part of my life. Like, I don't even know you.
Luckily I haven't experienced that really.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess it's just me. Because Kevin's not saying anything either.
I guess I don't experience it that much. As I've been I was in like a 9-year relationship, so I never really had that like issue.
I do feel like I know of people complaining about that, though. I think it's just my friends or like my family aren't like that. So, but I know that it happens to people.
One time my mother told me that she's worried about me finding somebody.
Oh, that's the worst. My mom actually, she's in the past few months, she'll be like, I just want you to find someone. And she'll say the same thing. And then you're like, gut sinks and you're like, oh, like, no shit. That's what I want too, obviously. You know, it's like, thanks for making me feel worse about myself.
It makes you feel like you're like, oh, okay, I'm just like Gollum hanging out in the cave by myself.
Pee Wee Herman just like, oh, I'm blah, blah. And your mom's like, oh, like you're like screwed.
That was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh.
And it stuck with me. Ouch.
If things like random things your parents say will stick with you.
Yeah.
Luckily, relationship stuff is like completely off topic with my parents, so they never bring it up.
That's good.
One of my aunts did like, I think she was asking other family members if I was a lesbian because I didn't talk about guys or have a relationship, which seems stupid, but that was kind of like, oh God.
Oh man.
So my brother is married with a child, and everyone in the family, like, they matter more, which is kind of a bummer.
Who matters more?
My brother, because he has like a wife and a kid, so they just expect me to kind of accommodate everything, and it's like all about them, and that's annoying.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I think it's similar. This is not based on relationships, but like growing up, if my brothers were both in sports all the time, like I was until high school, and I was like, see ya, like I'm out of this stuff. And my brother stuck with it, so like every weekend was like their baseball game or their football game or their baseball game, and it was like I didn't really have anything like, oh, let's go to Kevin's thing every week. And so then I went to vet school, and I was like, okay, here we go. Kevin's doing this, Kevin's doing that, but I'm like, your parents can really have an impact on your mental health every day.
Yeah. I mean, they'll be like, oh, Rachel's a vet. And that's it.
Oh.
That's fine with me.
That's not
it. Oh, let me tell you about my granddaughter. You know?
Oh, yeah, let me tell you about Sophie. And she's like 5 years old. And like now they're expecting a third on the way. And blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they're posting on Facebook every day, like, look at my beautiful grandbaby in this like little ugly scar from the Gap, and like you're like, oh my God, like every damn day. And it's like, is that all you care about now?
I know. It does. I mean, I always say that I'm a high functioning child. So like I still get jealous and stuff and I'm not able to deal with things very well.
Yeah. I deal with
Is
things...
this when you have the month that you stay home? Is this like when it happens?
No, just like I can't deal with personal finances at all.
I think that's all vet students currently.
Well, yeah, hence the credit. Well, I mean, I think I'm a little worse than most. And it didn't start with vet school. It's been going on forever. But then I still feel like my parents give more attention to other things, and then I get jealous.
Aww.
Which as an adult seems like maybe you should be able to handle that a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what is being an adult? Everyone's version, again, is so different. You know what I mean?
I think the thing is like you're never gonna feel like an adult, right? Like I'm 31. I don't think I'm ever gonna feel like an adult. Like there's no way that you can play this game called like adult life and actually like win or come out on top, because the way that I see it, there's just more and more things like, oh, you got to pay the bills. Oh, you have to take care of the house. Oh, you have to keep your creatures alive. Oh, you have to keep yourself alive and take care of yourself. Oh, wait, there's also this stuff you have to do at work. Oh, hey, you have to go do this for your mom's birthday. Or, you know, there just always is this like never ending to-do list. And I don't feel like it's, sometimes it's just like a game I don't want to play anymore. You know?
Yeah. I mean, like, I went to vet school and all that, and like whatever, vet school's hard, I guess. But
Excuse me.
Well, then like so I liked vet school. I didn't feel like I liked it. But doing simple tasks like filing your taxes are completely overwhelming to me.
Yes.
I didn't file for the past 2 years, but just because I was like I can't do it. But like vet school, I'm just like blah blah.
You just go on TurboTax or H&R Block, you follow the prompts, and you just hit submit. It's like
$45. You do it.
It's free if you do it early.
Well, I have a 1099, so it's not free. But
I don't know what that means.
If you do, like, a 1099 comes from if you do independent contracting work.
Gotcha.
But it's like you have to get all your papers in order, and then I would also it's just too much for me. I can't deal with it. I want to be someone who can, like, deal with things. I guess that would be an adult for me.
Well, it's a little late in the game to start doing that. I think you just got to keep.
No, it's not.
I think.
Rachel, I believe in you.
Thank you.
Well, I believe your energy should go towards the residency, and you should find someone that can deal with this other stuff for you. That's my advice.
I mean, yeah.
I can't barely like get myself to cook a non-microwave dinner some nights after my veterinary rotation, let alone, well, your residency shouldn't be too bad.
I know. It shouldn't, hopefully. I did live with a guy who liked to clean, and that was the best thing ever.
A+.
Yeah, that's what I need. Someone wants to clean up after me because they don't mind cleaning and are horrified by filth.
My mom was so, like, she's very clean, and, like, I value how clean our house was now being on my own for an extended period of time, but I am just like my mom now, and, like my apartment's not perfect right now, but I really get anxious if there's, like, a mess in the apartment. Like, I have to vacuum once a week or twice a week. I have to, like, scrub the floors. I have to, like, clean the bathrooms, like, empty my trashes out. And then I'll go and organize everything, and then my kitchen table just turns into a pile of crap again every week. But other than that, it's pretty clean in here.
Yeah, I have, like, stashes of, like, clutter. I'm like, this is where I'm dumping all the stuff I can't deal with right now. And then the pile just grows. And then eventually I'm like, all right, I can't ignore it anymore. I gotta go through this.
I wish I could do that with life. Just like, well, I guess we do. I'm going to put this here for the week.
We do.
I'm just going to ignore all of this.
Yeah.
Especially taxes.
Oh, damn taxes.
Yeah. But I did file, this year I filed 2015. And
good for you.
And because I tried to do it myself. It's too late to do it online, obviously. And so I tried to do it myself, and I was like, no, this isn't working. So I went to H&R Block and paid so much money that I was like, God damn it. But the good thing was the lady, when I told her I was a vet, she was like, oh, what's your favorite animal? And I was like, frogs. And she was like, I can get that. I get that. And that has stuck with me. It's one of the only times that's happened. It was great.
Well, I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Thanks for wine.
What? Thanks for the wine or thanks for lying? What did you just say?
I'm getting more wine.
Oh. We support that.
No.
Okay, I'm already back.
Okay.
Whoa, you're Speedy Gonzalez.
Well, we have a little bar in the, dining room, and I'm at the weird drafting table, so it's right there.
What's a drafting table?
It's a table that will tilt.
It's like for architects or artists.
I would love one of those.
Yeah, it's nice. We have that as our kitchen table, though, which is kind of weird. So.
I would love to have a kitchen table and just like during dinner at a dinner party, just get the whole table and flip it's a little tilted.
But here's like a real adult life question. Do you actually eat at your kitchen or dining room table?
No.
Me either. It's always the couch.
Yeah. It's
always the couch in front of the TV.
Because we're by ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I never sit down.
When I'm like in a relationship or something, I do use my tables.
No, I do too. Mm-mm. I like to have like a sit down.
I'm real. I'm not going to play the game of, let me pretend to be somebody I'm not.
No, but like certain dates are like, oh God.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy mealtime not in front of with somebody else, not in front of the TV. Like I genuinely would prefer that.
Yeah, like why do people go to dinner at restaurants? There's no TV. You're sitting across. That's why people like to go to dinner, because they like to eat. And well, part of it is you don't have to cook for yourself, but you can also sit across and talk to someone.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I mean, that's not to say I'm never gonna watch TV with someone else, but I don't know.
I'm just saying that I don't use my kitchen table.
Well, yeah, it's not really been an issue that we don't have a real kitchen or dining room table.
Yeah. We've been talking for at least an hour, and
onto euthanasia.
I feel like we're not gonna get to euthanasia. We're gonna have to do another episode.
What?
Yeah, but that's okay. You can come back.
Okay. I got an open schedule.
Cool. Well, should we finish up with just a quick round of rapid fire questions? You guys both went silent.
Well, I don't feel like I'm maybe I'll think of a question, but I have trouble with that. I can answer them.
All right. Well, I'll start then.
Just go. Like, ask.
God.
I know, right? The hostility. We even had to talk about this because last week's episode, we had two guests, Tanner and Dorian, and he was being very, aggravated towards me. It was not very pleasant. But...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so we had to talk before, and I was like, okay, good behavior.
I'm just saying start. I'm saying start. Vamonos.
Okay, who's your celebrity crush?
Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. Both of them.
Thanks for bringing Titanic in.
I honestly, that they literally are both my crush, so.
Rachel?
I don't know if I have one now, but I think the only one where was Gavin Rossdale. Well, that probably dates me as well, but yeah, he's attractive. Stop. But my friends and I were obsessed with him in middle school. No, I'm pretty sure it was middle school. That's, I would think, the biggest. I mean, yeah, I would hook up with him now if you wanted to, but I don't think about him on a regular basis.
Seems like you do.
Nah, I don't. But I think he got divorced, so that's cool.
All right, I have a question. All right, I'll start with.
Wait, Jess didn't give hers. Does that not happen?
I forgot.
See? Thanks for thinking of me, Rachel, even though you're like 1,000 miles away.
Hashtag women's empowerment.
That's just reminding me of X-Files.
Yeah, X-Files will just...
Oh, yeah. We have a couple X-Files episodes.
Now we have
I don't know
two.
if they're ever going to see the light of day. The first one, I was very, very, very angry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say drunk.
No.
Oh.
No.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I have so many. It's like depends on the day. I would say, okay, I got a couple. So I really like,
One.
any of, one.
Yeah, we can't, you can give two as I gave two.
Okay, I really like, I don't know why, I've always had a thing for Josh Hartnett. I don't know why, but I always have. And then I'm rewatching Penny Dreadful again on Netflix, which I love that show, and he's in that, and that's why. So I'll just say the one.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, that's fair. All right. So if you can describe yourself in 3 words, what would it be? You first, Rachel.
Really, really great.
I love it.
I gotta think about it, like, for real.
You just said it.
Oh, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, really, really great.
Go, Jess.
Practical, independent, and resourceful.
Practical, independent, and resourceful? Oh, wow. Now I'm getting nervous as I just realized I have to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I thought of a better one. I'll give you some time.
All right, go.
Poise, class, grace.
Poise, class, grace?
Yeah. It's a joke. I don't think any of those.
I'm laughing. I love it. Yes.
All right, Kevin, come on.
I would say an old soul.
That's 3. That's it.
No, okay. Well, 3 ways to describe you then. Okay, well, clearly I'm not done. An old soul. Oh, fuck, I didn't even think about that. An old soul, empathetic, adventurous. Take that part how you want.
All right, Rachel, it's your turn to come up with a question.
I told you I'm not good at. I don't.
You just have to come up with one, and then we can end the episode.
No, one more round, as I actually have a list of rapid-fire questions I found on Google.
Oh, hold on, you guys.
Well, I'll ask another one then, all right? Or no, Jess can.
Okay, if you had to, oh God.
I got one.
Okay.
What is your favorite flavor of Birdie Bot's every flavored beans?
Okay.
Did you just look that up on the interwebs?
I sure did. I don't know what that means. So I don't even know what that means, so I'm not going to ask it.
It's the Jelly Belly beans, but they're from Harry Potter. And they're like weird flavors like earwax or earthworm or pepper. But then there's some good ones in there too. But they're like literally every flavor.
I actually found one I like.
All right, go.
What was your favorite book growing up?
Oh, the BFG.
Growing up or like the BFG?
Yeah. The BFG by Roald Dahl.
Yeah.
That was a good book.
Mine is Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. And I read the whole series, convinced my brother to read the series, and then like 2 years later they're like, oh hey, we're gonna make a movie on them all, and I was like, hell yeah. That's like the best feeling when you read a book and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make a movie on it."
A part of me like sinks a little bit when they do that because the characters are never the same.
You
know, the ones that you build up in your head and you're like,
no,
you
but
have them.
Lord of the Rings matched that for me. Most books don't with the movie, but this did. I'm sorry.
How about you, Rachel?
I was thinking it'd be very easy for me to say Black Stallion, but I think I said that for my favorite movie.
Or person.
Okay. So, but I would say Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz.
Ooh, is that the one? Wait, is that the one with like the black and white cover and there was like this sketch of something creepy?
Yeah, and there's like
there's like 5 volumes or something, right?
Yeah. Or Calvin and Hobbes. No, I'm gonna go with Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes, I love that.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Those are good books.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite flavor of wine?
Type of wine or flavor?
Yeah, flavor.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Cab Sauv.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah. Cabernet Sauvignon.
That's not.
That's not a flavor. I don't get what your question was.
It's Cabernet, or like a.
No, there's Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting confused. Isn't it? Okay.
What are you confused by?
Nothing. Just keep going. What? How about you, Rachel?
I can't pick. I mean, if I had to, I'd probably pick red over white.
That's not a flavor, though.
I know, but I'm just because I have a favorite white and I have a favorite red.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Actually, champagne.
Oh.
Okay, so now we'll get extra fancy. What kind? Like dry, like brut?
Oh, dry for sure.
Yeah. So so you like? Oh God, what is it?
Brut.
Is it no? Brut is sweet.
No.
Yeah, because isn't it? I swear that. Okay, so you know the French and the English always have this like underlying. Like, oh, we hate you, but we're friends. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. We really hate you type relationship, like throughout history. And so obviously champagne comes from France and it's from, like, you can only call it champagne if it's from the region of Champagne in France. Yeah. And the English were like, hey, French people, you guys are onto something. Like, this shit's really good, but can you make it a little sweeter? And then, so they did. And they made it a little bit sweeter, but then that wasn't sweet enough. So then they wanted it a little bit sweeter. The English did, and so the French made like really sweet champagne, and they called it Brut. So Brut, because the English were brutes, and they wanted sweet champagne.
I googled it. I think someone told you that. I googled it, but Brut is the dry. Doux.
God damn it.
Demi-sec or Doux are the sweetest.
Oh, I was wrong then. Maybe I had it opposite.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
I was like, edit that whole part out. Nope, I'm just going to leave it. I was wrong. I admitted I'm wrong.
It's fine.
There you go.
So what's your favorite?
Okay.
Pinot Noir.
Oh, that's my favorite red.
Yeah. Because Pinot Noir is the most difficult type of grape to grow.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it's it only grows like in very few places in the world, which is why Pinot Noirs are actually some of the more expensive like wines.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's like the I think it's the Willamette Valley in Oregon is a good region for that grape. Yeah. Anyway, I'm discouraged now because I got my champagne fact wrong.
I'm sorry, and I was like, should I not say anything?
No, you should. Thank you for correcting me.
All right.
I have one last one. Should we end on this one?
Well, we each have to ask.
You can ask another one.
If you were running for office, what would your campaign slogan be?
Oh my god, I saw that one. It was like a little bit above mine.
We're on the same list, I think.
Yeah.
But there's like 100, so we're good.
Well, I'm going to need a second. That's not a rapid fire, Jesus.
Yes, it is.
Mine would be it's me or the other guy.
Wait, what? Oh, I was thinking relationships, and I was so confused because I was like, you're saying to a guy, it's me or the other guy? I was so confused.
No. A campaign slogan.
Mine would be pick me or I'll slit your tires.
I would do the right thing. Choose me.
Clearly, none of us would win. All right, Rachel, you want to take us home with your last question?
Okay, hold on just a second. There's Aaron's. Wait. And this is good. If you had access to a time machine, where and when would you go?
I would go. You know where I'm going to say?
No.
I would go to the RSS Titanic and be a first class passenger in whatever year it was, and that was where I would go, as long as I survived.
Wait, can you come back?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I would go to
stuck.
Titanic.
So you're not stuck there.
But he's first class. He'll make it.
Thank you.
He'll push aside the women.
Let's see. I feel like
a woman. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, girls. That was your part.
I was too busy laughing. I would go to, I think, like ancient Rome.
Nice one.
And I would be, I guess you don't really get to choose, but I would be like somebody higher up.
I chose. What do you mean? If you're going back in time, you could do whatever the hell you want.
I don't know if that's how it works, but
yeah, it is.
I would be, I would be like.
Because when you show up, everyone's gonna think you're a god, no matter what. So it works. Fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I amend it. I'd go even further back, and I'd be like a Spartan woman.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd be. So Greece, not Rome.
Better choice.
Yeah. Kevin? Or Rachel?
I already went.
Rachel.
I can't ever pick one. I'd either go to like Renaissance Italy or medieval France. Or ancient Egypt, just to see how they did everything.
Go to ancient
Aliens.
Egypt.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, see if there were aliens. Ancient Egypt. That's probably going to be a little bit more exciting.
Maybe. I think it'd be really dry.
Yeah.
They still don't know how they did that.
Aliens.
It's still crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be a great thing. Just to like answer some mysteries.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Gums are red.
Well, I think it's about time where we have to sign off. So
not of life, but just of the podcast.
Yeah. We're clearly going to have to cover the topic of euthanasia another time.
I looked up on the poll and euthanasia is above.
Right now?
Yep.
I voted while we were on, and I put FOMO.
Oh.
Well, it didn't help.
That's okay. Well, you know what? We'll record another one. It's going to be fine. We were planning to talk about both topics anyway at some point, so
I'm just kidding. FOMO still wins, but I really want euthanasia, so I wanted to make you feel bad.
Well, I don't feel bad because we were going to talk about them both anyway.
I know. Maybe we should just talk about it after this.
Maybe. All right. Well, Rachel, thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome.
And any closing remarks? No?
Well, regarding FOMO,
anything.
Yeah.
Don't be one of those people that complains about not being invited even though you wouldn't go because you just want to be invited.
Oh my god, great advice. That's great advice.
Bravo.
That's annoying. I mean, it's one thing to feel it because, yeah, I'd feel it, but don't make people feel bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good.
Just always go.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
All right. Well, thank you again, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts if you
haven't by now, then you're dead to me. So please, not dead to me, but
go. Listeners,
I know, but
you gotta say it.
That's not the best way to encourage.
Exactly. Well, we appreciate our listeners and thank you guys for listening, wherever you are in the world. And you guys know where to find us at the Lidocaine Drip, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, all that stuff.
Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Wooshka.
I don't know what any of that is.
But we got India up in the house. We always got Hafu Vet. Mm-hmm. Ireland now. South Africa's been there for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Canada, too. Anyway.
Yeah.
But on that note, thank you for joining us this week. And I guess
thanks for listening.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next time.
With another episode. So
bye.
I guess
on that note. Let's get down to it. Boom.